Hi everyone, welcome to Really Bad F1, and after years of rumours, it's finally official. Lewis Hamilton is going to Ferrari. And we have our Mercedes fan here with us. How do you feel, Jack?
Just don't. Honestly, just don't. Not happy about it, obviously, but to be fair, the video that we shot for Monday, we did say that he was going to be going at some point.
Yeah.
It was going to happen, and he's not past his prime or anything. He's still a great driver. It's just,
Oh yeah.
to be fair, if he needs to move, he needs to move. And, he's been with Mercedes, this would be his 12th season. If he finishes off the season, doesn't go halfway through, you never know.
This is a rumour that they might do.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly signs it's going to be leaving.
Leclerc just signed the contract extension, so it won't be him. So it will be Sainz.
It will be signs it's going to be gone. It's just,
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to jump ship and just suddenly start supporting Ferrari just because of Hamilton. I'm still going to love Hamilton, but it is what it is. Times change and people move on. It's part of the
I know. To be fair, when he first left McLaren, what was it, 2013? We all thought it was a bad move then. Best move of his career. So maybe he's done it again.
By far. Yeah.
So what I want now is, Toto Wolff just signed an extension. So is James Allison. So everything looked like it was going the right way. What is happening in the background for Lewis to go, no, this can't be right? Like, he's just been doing testing a simulator starting off from Monday. So what's he experienced that simulator that really threw him out? Or is it something even worse?
I mean, who knows, to be honest. He only spoke to Toto about it yesterday, which means he's good friends with people at Ferrari. Sorry, so obviously this is a conversation that's been being had for a little while. Surely it couldn't have just been a case of over the last week. And yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, maybe the car's not up to scratch. Or they haven't hit the targets they want to hit, and maybe he's just done. I mean, he's been with Mercedes for what feels like donkey's years at this point. And I'm surprised that he wanted to end it. He wanted to end his career there. So unless he goes away, explores new pastures, and comes back as like a backup driver for a season or two, just to help guide the ship. But what I want to know is who's going to replace him. To be honest, I don't think Mick Schumacher's up to it, personally.
See, I've been thinking about this all day, and I have a few options in mind. I'd like to see what you think about it.
Go on.
So with Lewis going, there's a few options I thought that could be up for grabs. Aston Martin have got Alonso.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes supplied their engines. Will they use that? Albon.
Yeah.
Superb last season. Again, Mercedes supplied their engines. Or, outside shot, Bottas. He knows the team. He knows them all. If Sainz is going to be going to Stake, which is a rumour because he wants to join the Audi project, will Bottas go to Mercedes to lead the team?
I mean, to be fair, I think bringing Alonso in, as well as Alonso has done over the years, I think that's a bit of a mistake. He'd have to come back as number 2, surely, because George needs to be number 1. He needs to be the number 1 driver now. And it's the same issue with Albon. I think bringing Albon in. Albon's going to want to be the number 1 driver. He's the number 1 driver currently. He's going to want to be number 1 at Mercedes, and I don't think George would take that. So unless George ends up moving as well, the rumor is Paris is going to be gone at some point, whether that's mid-season or end of season.
Yeah.
Would they try and poach Russell? Maybe, if they try and bring Albon in. But that means Mercedes need to replace 2 people, not just the 1. It's possibly downhill spiral for Mercedes at the minute.
It could be. There's just one man there's one that actually slipped my mind.
Mm.
Danny Rick. If he can prove this season he's still got it with AlphaTauri, if Mercedes offered him a seat, would he take it? Yes, he didn't do well at McLaren, but I don't think that team ever suited him.
No,
He
definitely
proved
did.
how good he is at Renault, Red
Yeah.
Bull, Toro Rosso. He's proved it everywhere apart from McLaren.
I don't think that'll be the case. I don't think he'd go to Mercedes because I think he's got a very good chance of possibly ending up in Red Bull again. Personally, that's what I think. I think he's going to end up going back there. And that'll be all down to Perez, how Perez does. You know,
Yeah,
he was very off the boil compared to Max. All right, he had an okay start to the season, but Miami came around and he just dropped.
literally.
Literally. So I think Danny Rick's probably eyeing a seat back at Red Bull. I don't think he'd want to take the chance and go to Mercedes.
But if you're given a certain seat or a chance of a seat, yes, Mercedes aren't as good as Red Bull right now,
Yeah, that we know of anyway.
but
Obviously, you know, we haven't seen any of the cars. We haven't seen them in testing. We haven't seen them
true.
on the track. You don't know who's where. Haas could be running out in front of everybody. No. Or filet
Magnussen
mignon.
wins the championship.
Huh?
Magnussen wins the championship next season.
Yeah, could happen. You never know. It's F1. It's topsy-turvy. There's no guarantees.
No, true.
I don't know. I mean, you know, Mercedes have got a couple of options. Obviously, they could just bring up Mick. Could happen. You know, if Hamilton does for whatever reason leave halfway through the season, they could just bring him in as a stopgap for now, which wouldn't be the worst option in the world. You know, or they've
He's
got
proved he's got speed.
yeah, he has got speed. He had a bad car. Is
Yeah.
what I put that down to. He didn't have the best of cars. You know, but what I don't get about all of this is the fact that, you know, that Hamilton just brought back Mark Hines to be part of his little be part of his little team. You know, he's good friends with Mark Hines. He always has been. You know, and they separated for a year or two, but he's brought him back again. And I don't know if maybe he's trying to bring the team around him again to possibly try and push for a title at Ferrari rather than Mercedes.
See, could it be that Mercedes have actually done nothing wrong at all, but it's just the law of Ferrari? Ferrari attracts absolutely everyone.
Oh, yeah.
You had Vettel go there. Obviously, I know Schumacher was at Benetton, but Schumacher went there. Everyone that's good, like, wants to end their career at Ferrari. I mean, everyone wants to end their career at Ferrari. But it's that law of Ferrari, it's always hanging over you.
Yeah. You know, he could have done it for multiple reasons, you know, and sure, it just is what it is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Mercedes have got a few options. I think they just need to bring it, and I really hope that Hamilton brings it in this last season. You know, like compare it to sort of at the minute anyway, the sort of, you know, the Klopp effect or Ferguson in his last season in the football. You know, maybe it might just be a case of something happens, something special happens, and you know, at the end of the season, Hamilton's the first ever 8-time world champion. You never know. You don't know what's going to go on.
It would be a landmark, especially to do it Ferrari.
Yeah,
I've never seen him in red though. I cannot imagine him being in Ferrari red. I just don't know why. Well, we're going to see it.
Oh yeah, we're going to see it. I didn't expect it to happen, but it is, and I think we've all got to get used to it. To be honest, you know, it's going to be weird. It's going to be a weird look, but
Yeah.
Hamilton's going there, and I think Hamilton's going there as number 2. I really don't think he's going there as number 1. You know, he's going
It's
into
Claire's team,
Mm.
but you have statistically the greatest driver of all time. Statistically,
Yeah, obviously.
do Ferrari say, Leclerc, you're sitting back for a season? We need to get him this title. We need to make history. See, what I'm thinking is as well. Could it be Fred Vasseur that's made the difference here? Because back in Lewis Hamilton's GP 2 times, Fred Vasseur was his team principal at ART. They have a relationship there.
Oh, that would have been a major difference. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's they know each other very well, and they probably hung out. They probably chatted. They probably whatever on phone calls, on video calls, etc. And he would have been trying to convince him. There's been rumors for ages, obviously, but it did hype up a little bit more again last year. And it probably was true. There's a chance that Ferrari didn't want to get rid of Sainz just yet, and Hamilton didn't want to lose a seat and be out of F1 for an entire season. So he signed the contract extension 5 months ago, and thought, right, okay, one more season at Mercedes. Let's confirm this seat at Ferrari, make sure it's 100%, and you've got what you've got. I mean, it's a weird time to announce it. I think they should have waited. I think it was a bit, the leaks came straight out of Brackley, supposedly anyway, but I don't see where else it would have come from. I don't think any of Hamilton's team would have leaked it.
No.
So, unless someone at Ferrari's leaked it, but I don't see why I don't see the point in leaking it. The news came out before Toto's even had a chance to speak to the team at Brackley. So,
I mean, Toto's literally in Europe right now. The meeting he had in Brackley was via video call.
Yeah.
It took everyone off guard.
I don't think he was expected to have that conversation yet. He probably would have wanted to try and convince Lewis to stay, but the fact that Lewis yesterday has said, it's happening, someone at Ferrari must have known as well, because, I'm not sure if obviously everyone's seen it, but Pironi had put a post out 2 days ago with 44 on the red car. If you haven't seen it, I'll put the picture of it now. And that says it all. It means Ferrari have known for a bit longer, just haven't said anything yet.
I spot that photo and no one sent you. I also looked up afterwards, so this could be on my part, jumping the gun on it. That was also the car that won their first race ever in Monaco. But in that same picture, there's also a Silver Arrows Mercedes keychain. So
someone's known.
Everything links to Ferrari new. Well, obviously new, but it's been there a lot longer than people suspect.
Yeah. So it means that Sainz is now going to be out for a year. If he's definitely going to Audi, he'll be out for a year. He won't be driving for.
Well, I wouldn't say that, because I've been looking. As I say, we haven't even discussed Sainz yet. I feel bad that we haven't. But I've looked into contracts. Bottas's contract ends at the end of this year. Okay. So, will he go to stay a year early? A year earlier than he's expecting.
It's a possibility. Major possibility. I mean,
this is why I'm also thinking: does Bottas go to Mercedes? They give him put a safe person there for a year that they know what he can do, knows the team members.
Yeah.
And then they give themselves a year to find someone.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a young kid in F2 that has been chatter about anyway. Out on Twitterverse as usual. And they're talking about bringing him through, but he's 18, and he still needs to get his points on the license to be able to drive an F1, which he could do this year. So, maybe bring someone in, say, for a year, bring him in as a number 2, ship Mick off somewhere, wherever that might be, and go from there. Russell will be number 1 then, easily.
I think whatever happens, Russell's now Mercedes number 1 after this season.
Yeah, and good luck to him. He's a good driver. He's a bit aggressive, don't get me wrong, but so's Max, and everybody loves Max. Sure. Yeah, although to be fair, I suppose Russell's a bit more kamikaze aggressive than he is just trying to dive down the inside. He's trying to dive down the inside and take the person out at the same time.
It's just a special skill he's got.
Yeah, he's fantastic at it. Well, to be fair, according to the Verstappen lovers out there, so's Hamilton. Hamilton likes diving in on people and taking them out.
Top corner. Let's get that.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is, and we'll see what comes of it. I suppose it might have been announced too early, and maybe this all breaks down. Who knows?
Well, apparently, by the time we record this video, it's all finished. It's all done, signed and sealed. So
Yeah. Okay.
we'll see.
Well, let's see what happens. I suppose. Yeah.
I just hope Sainz lands on his feet, though. Like, I keep forgetting Sainz is in this situation. This is not fair on him.
No, it's not.
Don't get me wrong. The opportunity to sign Lewis Hamilton comes up. I understand why you take it. But Sainz had a great season last season and the season before. He's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, true. I mean, he's been in a relatively good car. It was mostly team orders and stuff that messed them up. And annoyingly, I do think Hamilton's going to go in there and be like, I ain't dealing with any of this. And we'll shake things up. Ferrari will win another championship. It's going to happen, whether it's because it's Hamilton or because of something Hamilton's done to shake up Ferrari. Who knows? But I could see it happening.
See, Lewis Hamilton, I think, going to have a culture shock, though. Because in Mercedes, it's his team. I know it's Toto's runs and all, but it's his team. He can come into the paddock doing with all his fashion statements and all that, and doing all, like, because he loves his fashion. He can come into the paddock doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Ferrari's all by the book. It's all very traditional.
Yeah,
I think it's not just the car and the team that's changing, it's going to be his whole lifestyle.
Yeah, but surely he would know that unless they change the culture slightly. I mean, Italy is the land of fashion, really, isn't it? And Hamilton coming out dressed in the clothes that he does. It might stick. It might be a good thing for Ferrari to stop having that stick up them, and maybe just loosen them up a little bit. I think it would be good for them.
Yeah.
It could end up being bad.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So just something popped into my mind. This might be. So, how long did the Monster announce you were leaving Mercedes?
Oh, I don't know.
Mercedes is Hamilton's sponsor. No, sorry, not Mercedes. Monster is Hamilton's sponsor.
Yeah. Maybe they're going to Ferrari. Ooh.
And apparently Russell has just signed with Tommy Hilfiger. That's Mercedes' sponsor.
Okay.
This has been... The cogs have been moving for a while.
Whether everybody realised it or not. Yeah.
Don't think they did, but a lot more cogs have been moving than we've realised.
So what, F1 prediction, Monster sign up with Ferrari?
It will. That's the Hamilton sponsor. When Perez went to Red Bull, Tezos went straight in the car. Because that's Perez's sponsor.
Yeah. So yeah.
Monster's going to be on Ferrari next season.
It'll be on the side of the car somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but it'll be on the side of the car. I don't know how
Red and black Ferrari?
Huh?
A red and black Ferrari with green stripes?
Yeah, anyway, so we'll leave it there. Let us know your thoughts on Hamilton's move. Let us know who you think's going to replace him and where Sainz is probably going to end up. And we will see you next time.